Hello friends, I hope everybody's doing well. Today we're back on the 73 Gravely C8 here, and I'm trying to figure out what the popping is coming out of the exhaust system here. Before we did the top end engine rebuild for the people that follow the channel here, it was popping then before we took the engine apart. After I put we did the top end rebuild, it was still popping, so I put a brand new spark plug in it and it's still popping, and I was thinking it was the carburetor. Maybe the carburetor was out of adjustment or dirt in the carburetor, but usually if you get any popping because of dirt in the carburetor, or the carburetor's not in adjustment, usually it'll pop at the carburetor. This is popping out the exhaust. So the more I thought about it, I said this may be an ignition problem here. So what I want to do today is I'm going to hook up the spark tester, and I don't know if that's going to work out, to see if we see any kind of a misfire. I'm thinking it could be the ignition wire. This has a kill switch on it that's up at the handlebar there. I was thinking about disconnecting a wire, going to the Magneto here to eliminate that. But I might have to pull this tractor into the storage here where it's dark, and maybe I'll just set up the camera in there and we'll see what's going on with that. Before I put this engine on here, when it had the original engine on, the tractor came with a Fairbanks Morse Magneto on it, and I had to do the usual stuff because it had no spark. So I cleaned the points. I got the points wrong, I remember, but today I just got the points right, and I have the Magneto sitting up on the vise here in case we have to try the Magneto to see if we can get rid of this popping here. Alright, so let me get set up here. I think we're going to do a cold start. I'll hook up the spark tester right now outside and see what's going on with that. After we did the engine rebuild on it, I ran it for about, I don't know, over an hour so far. It hasn't used any oil, because what happened was when I put this engine on, it was burning oil like crazy. And those, like I said, those of you that follow the channel know exactly what was going on with it. Those of you that are new, I do have a playlist, and there's 5 videos on that playlist. So if you want to look up the playlist, I'm doing the engine rebuild, feel free to, so you can more or less see what's going on. So like I said, the more I thought about it, the more I'm thinking it's ignition. So let me get set up here and we'll do a cold start on it. And if I can't see anything going on with the spark tester, if I don't see any misfire as far as that goes with that, we'll pull it inside where it's darker and I'll see. I think the first thing we'll do is, if it has the misfire, I do have a good ignition wire on standby here, and we'll try that first. I'll be right back to you in a moment. I don't think we'll be able to see much of anything here going on outside here, but we're going to try it anyway. And before I did the engine rebuild, the top end engine rebuild, this thing had a hard time on the cold start. It would crank and crank and crank. I don't know if that was electrical, but it seems like ever since we did the top end, it seems to be starting up quicker on the cold start, but I haven't started it up at all today. The engine's ice cold here. So let's give it a try and see if we see anything going on. Mind your ears if you're using headphones. so I can't see much of anything going on with the spark tester here. I have a brand new spark tester. I think I had to repair this one once. It's a hunk of junk from Harbor Freight here. I did have to repair this once, but it seems to be running really bad with the spark tester hooked up. So what we'll do now is I'll try it without the spark tester. It still runs really bad like that. We're going to try the, well, I know it's going to pop anyway. So I think the next thing we'll try is I'll put the other ignition wire on it. I'll bring the camera around so you can hear it popping. I don't know, to me it definitely sounds like an ignition problem, misfire. So let me get that other wire here. And we'll put this wire so it doesn't get burned up. And we'll hook up the other wire and see how it is. That would be nice if it's just the wire. Otherwise, I'll have to put the Fairbanks Morse Magneto back on it. The reason why, when I put this engine on, I use the Waco Magneto because it's a lot easier to set up the timing on that. But as long as everything's set up right now the way it is, I'll show you what's entailed to put the other Magneto on too in the meantime, if we have to do that. So I'm just going to leave you where the exhaust is here. And I'll hook up this other wire here. This wire's missing the boot. But that doesn't matter, that'll be alright. I can't see anything else it could be, except ignition. Let's try it again here. Okay, so you can still hear it popping, but it's not the ignition wire. Yeah, it's not the ignition wire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the Fairbanks Morse Magneto back on here, and we'll see how it does with that. Now inside the Magneto, that houses the points, condenser, and the coil. Okay, so I don't have any brand new points and condenser. It could be the condenser doing it. I'm not really sure. So the best thing we could do here, since I don't have points and condenser for this Magneto, is we'll put the Fairbanks Morse one on it and see how it does then. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this the best I could, why I like the Waco Magneto better. According to the shop manual, Gravely wants you to bring the engine to top dead center with the piston up and the valves closed. That's top dead center. And then what they want you to do is they want you to take the head off, and they want you to measure from the top of the bore and to the bottom of the piston. In other words, you would have to turn the piston counterclockwise. You would have to turn it for the piston to start going down 3/8 of an inch. Okay. And then what you would do is You see these two marks here, right? They want you to line those two marks up after you bring the piston down 3/8 of an inch, and then you just lock the coupler in place. What I do is I bring the engine to top dead center, and then to the right here you'll see two dots. I just bring the engine to top dead center, and then I line this mark here, the straight line, up with the mark here, the two dots, and then when you lock the coupler, and then you back this, if you back the engine back down after it was at top dead center, mind you, these two lines will line up and your piston will be down 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so that's, I hope I explained it right. But that's why I like these Wacos. It's so easy to set the timing. Now I put the Fairbanks Morse Magneto on here, and I put it on there the way I thought it should be, and the engine was very, very sluggish. It wouldn't even pick up speed. It was idling real low, so the timing had to be advanced. So what I did was, I don't even know if I did it the right way, I brought the engine to top dead center. The timing could still be off. I brought the engine to top dead center, right? And then you have that straight line I was telling you about before the two dots. And then I just locked it there, and it seems to be running okay. So with this Magneto here, it's either the points, the condenser, or the coil. That's all housed in here, because right now it has no misfire anymore. So, and at one time I did take the points and I cleaned the points real good, and I regapped them and everything in this Magneto here. But I don't have points in a condenser, so I had to do it this way. And like I said, I'm not crazy about that Fairbanks Morse Magneto there, but that's why I like the Waco. You don't have to pull the head off. Just set everything up the way I told you. Lock that straight line. When it's at top dead center, just lock that straight line to the two dots. Lock that up. And then when you turn the engine back, your piston will go down that 3/8. And then you can never go wrong with the timing. Now, as far as this went, I think I just set the timing at top dead center. There's no 3/8 leeway like you're supposed to do it. So I don't know if it needs to be more advanced or not. It starts right up. There's no popping anymore. Let me get the camera over a little more to you here. I'll start it up right now. It has good throttle response. I'm happy with that. Idle's good. Picks up speed real quick. And let's give it a try. I'll turn the gas on. I had to start it up off camera. Like I said, the timing was off. It was really sluggish. There's no popping whatsoever. To get the timing exactly the way it should, I'm going to have to read up on the Fairbanks Morse Magneto. But I'm pretty happy with it. As long as it's not doing that popping anymore, it's alright. I'm really happy with this now. That's really cool. The only thing I have left to do is that hood. It's got primer on it, so I might just take some sandpaper and just smooth it out a little bit, and then I'll paint the inside of the hood, and I'll get the hood back on here. And this tractor I'm going to use as a backup snow plowing tractor in case the 67 L8 breaks down. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to plow over here with it Yeah, just to put it into use. Um, as far as using the snowblower for this, I have nowhere to really use it, you know. But in case I ever need to use it, this is equipped for the snowblower. I'm having one more problem with this PTO here, and I have an idea for that. Um, yeah, I might make a video on that, how I'm going to take care of that problem. What happens is if you're in high gear with the mower deck on, it slips out of, the PTO slips out of gear. It could be, in low gear it's fine, but it could be that the blade needs to be balanced, sharpened and balanced. Could be that, or I don't know what, because when this locks in, it locks in really good. So I don't know if it's just vibrating too much and knocking the PTO out. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we come to find out. It's either the points, condenser, or the coil in there. I'm thinking more it could be either the points or the condenser. The condenser could give you a problem too. Don't forget, these tractors are very old, so you know anything could be possible in there. But I'm glad that we got this Fairbanks Morse here to you know work out okay. Like I said, I think I mentioned it when I first got this tractor and it had the Fairbanks Morse on it. It wouldn't run and it had no spark. So I cleaned the points, and I know I adjusted them. I didn't adjust the points right because I could tell when I just redid it. So they're set at 15 thousandths, and that's about it. I want to thank you all for watching. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one, and stay safe.